Hi, everybody. This is Erica, and I just wanted to talk about my very affordable, kind of simple skincare routine now that I've hit 50. And I don't know that I'll stay with this forever, but right now it seems to be working, and I'm fairly happy with it. So I really want to stress to people that the more educated you are about skincare, the more you know when to spend and when to save. So you can go to a posh spa and they will push a $200 moisturizing cream on you. But you really, if you are educated about what actives you need in your skincare to get the results you want, you know that you don't have to go and pay that kind of a price point. So most of the products, if not all the products that I'm about to show you, I think except for one, are $25 and under. So I'm an esthetician, so if I think that a $200 cream is worth it, I will definitely tell you. So the first thing I want to talk about is retinoids. So definitely by the time you're 35, 40, that range, you should be on some type of retinoid. I recommend to clients to start small, which is basically a very low dosage retinol product. So one thing that I see getting confused a lot on YouTube is people will say that their tretinoin is retinol, and they'll call retinol, they'll just basically put it. Retinol is a version of a retinoid. Retinoids are a class of actives that basically can, have an effect on, slowing down some of the signs of aging. So I've seen people really interchangeably use the word and they think retinol is a class on its own. Retinol is a version of a retinoid. So it is the weakest strength out there. It has to go through two conversion processes in your skin to turn into retinoic acid. So what we're ultimately trying to get into our skin is retinoic acid, whether that is going through a two conversion process, a one-step conversion process, or putting straight retinoic acid on our skin. We are basically, working within the same class of actives, but they are, one can be much weaker than the other. So at this point, after 5 years on tretinoin, I'm kind of backing down on it, and I'm using a retinaldehyde product from The Ordinary. And this is The Ordinary's retinol 0.2% emulsion. And most retinaldehyde products are like at 0.05. So this is actually a very potent product. And The Ordinary in the instructions kind of warns you not to use this more than twice or three times a week because it is so strong. Now, my skin is very retinoid adapted. I started using not tretinoin. Sorry. I started using retinol when I was like in my late 20s or 30. And I have been using it consistently now that I'm 50, so it's been 20 years on it at least. And so my skin adapts to it very well. It seems to just like it. And so I don't need to sort of go 1 to 2 days a week and kind of see like if I'm going to get flaking and barrier impairment and all that kind of stuff. I can basically go whole hog, use this pretty much every night, and I don't experience any compromised skin barrier. I don't experience flakiness or irritation on the skin or anything like that, or inflammation. It's just basically it just drinks this stuff up. So I apply that at night, and then the other product that I apply is The Ordinary's multi-peptide with copper peptides serum, and I really like this. This has several peptides in it. The copper peptide is kind of their hero ingredient, and copper peptides are very effective at anti-aging. I definitely recommend them to people. They definitely have the clout behind them that shows their efficacy. So I use this. I know you don't have to go out and spend $200 to get copper peptide. There are, some have argued that more high-end brands have a more concentrated or basically more advanced form of copper peptides, and that could be true. But right now I'm happy with the Ordinary's one. It has Matrixyl 3000 in it as well. So it has, let's see. Yeah, it has several peptides in it. But the copper peptides is the one that they kind of say is the hero ingredient. Now, at night I will put on the Prequel Quench Serum, and this is a great serum. I think the creator of Prequel, who is also a YouTuber as a cosmetic dermatologist, really tried to put out a line that was not just following kind of the path everyone else was going down, and like, oh, hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and like things like that. If you read the ingredients on her bottles, she really you can tell that there's a lot more foresight into how she's formulating her products, and that she's kept her products affordable, like in the $20-$25 range, is definitely to her credit. So this has, instead of hyaluronic acid, it has polyglutamic acid, which is a very effective hydrator. Glycerin, also very effective. Osmolytes, which I'm not very familiar with, but I will read up on that. And ectoin. So this is like just a drink of water for your skin. I am so impressed with it every time I use it. It just, no matter how dehydrated your skin feels, when you put it on, it just is just like this drink of water, and your skin just soaks it up. Now, I have oily skin, so I don't necessarily need a lot of hydration, but I really do appreciate how hydrating this product is. I can still get dehydrated skin if I'm just not drinking enough liquids, or if I'm in like a very dry climate or anything like that. So I absolutely love the Prequel Quench product, and I definitely recommend it to people. Polyglutamic acid is this very underrated hydrator. We've gotten so in love with hyaluronic acid that we're just, the big brands are just throwing it into every product they have and claiming that, then putting like, a $40 price tag on it. That is ridiculous for hyaluronic acid. I'm going to tell you that straight up. And then for kind of skin prep in the morning, I use the Ordinary's glycolic acid, and it's at 77% strength, and it's an exfoliating toner. I did try the Prequel Mandelic acid. It's like mandelic acid and several other exfoliating acids, and you're supposed to just like wear it all day. It's not like a serum like a peel you wash off after 7 minutes, and it was really painful. It wasn't a product that worked for me. It was just too strong. But this is the glycolic acid. I think it's pretty critical when you're 50 like me to be using something that is going to speed up your skin cell turnover, and AHAs are going to be the product for that. So I will say that. And another product is Numogen is starting to get introduced at my local Target. Now, I think they're kind of trying it right now because they only have like the one that I go to only had like 2 products, or 2 or 3. And I grabbed the glutathione vitamin concentrated serum, which I wear during the day. Now, glutathione is a very, very, very potent antioxidant. So it's not something a lot of people talk about. We're all in love with vitamin C. I like vitamin C, but the problems with vitamin C is that any brand can throw in vitamin C. I mean, I could put, like an emulsion together and just throw in like some like ascorbic acid and call it like a vitamin C serum. But it has to have the right pH. It has to be stabilized. It has to have the stabilizing ingredients of vitamin E and ferulic acid. It has to be in airtight packaging because it is so highly unstable and it becomes ineffective when it's exposed to light and air. Now, this has a light amount of vitamin C. It's kind of towards the bottom of the ingredient deck, so I'm not like really relying on the vitamin C in it. The glutathione does intrigue me though, because it hasn't been talked about as much in skincare, but it is an antioxidant to wear during the day. And then I got the Numogen Super Glowing Essence at Target. I think this is retailing for around $19, and you get a lot of product for it. It's 200 ml, and it has something called bifida ferment in it, which is the superstar ingredient of the Estee Lauder Night Repair. I believe it's what it's called, but it's a much, much pricier product. But this has basically a lot of kind of like bifida ferment is like it's like a fermented form of like prebiotics or probiotics that basically, when fermented, can release like more vitamins, more nutrients, more active ingredients into your skin when used. Do I notice like the super glowy skin after I apply it? No. But I think with use, your skin is supposed to get more glowy. And I've stuck with the only pricey product I have is the InBeauty Mineral Sun Glow. So far, I have not found something that really compares to it. It has blue light protection, it has antioxidant protection, it has broad spectrum UVA and UVB. It's a PA triple plus sunscreen, so which means it's not quite at the 4 pluses, but it does have a high level of UVA protection in it. So I do like this. I have been trying to find a more affordable option. Neutrogena came out with, Neutrogena tends to love to market chemical sunscreens, and they did come out with a line maybe 2 years ago that was mineral sunscreens, and they actually were well formulated. They had a wide variety of skin tones that basically tried to be inclusive, and then they ripped it off the market, which I think was one of the dumbest things they did, because it was a great product. So I also just got the Biore UV weightless moisturizer with broad spectrum SPF 50. And I want to talk about another misnomer that I see on YouTube a lot, and that is that if you're like at SPF 80, like you're never going to age. So the SPF on the bottle is actually a measurement of the UVB protection. So that is the burn protection. So it means that basically you will burn less if you use the product, and the SPF 50 doesn't guarantee a high level of UVA protection, which is the aging rays. So I'm going to try this. I have not had good luck with chemical sunscreens in the past. They just have, I'm not allergic, but they just have a way of kind of being irritating, and I just don't like them. So far, when I applied it this morning, it just is beautiful and reminds me of like an Asian sunscreen. It just melts right into the skin and leaves like no white cast and feels very hydrating and is weightless. So we will see. I just got it, so I'll keep you updated on what I think of this, the Biore one. And I also, for refreshing my makeup and for also like prepping my skin, I've been using the Ankylis Hydro Surge Dewy Face Mist. And this is just basically a great way to refresh your makeup throughout the day, add moisture to your skin. It's not a bells and whistles kind of, spray. It is what it is, but it really does the job, and it has a pretty good it has a pretty good sprayer on it. So basically you can just go in. Do I feel like my skin is super moisturized after I apply it? No, but I'm going to stick with it for now. And that is my skincare routine. I hope you guys have a great day. I've been thinking a lot. I got off YouTube for a while because one, I wasn't feeling much traction. But, and the other thing that I had a problem with was I really didn't want to be someone on YouTube who is constantly telling people, go out and buy this, go out and buy that, and giving them this mindset that, we have to just consume and consume and consume to stave off aging or to, have the newest and best product out there. And at some point you just have to fall in love with the products you have and say, I'm going to use these up before I go out and I buy, the $52 Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation, which I actually am thankful to YouTubers with oily skin like mine who said this is just not a product for oily skin. I've seen it in a few reviews. I don't know if everyone feels that way, but it kind of got me to not even want to go out and buy it. And at $52, I'm really at the point right now where it's just everything is going up. Drugstore makeup prices are going up. High-end prices are going up. I mean, $52 for a foundation, come on. I mean, I could stomach, $25, $30 for a foundation, but like when you start to exceed that, it's just that thing better like apply itself, So I think she's trying to market it like this is going to be the end all be all for all types of skin, no matter what your age, no matter what your skin type or anything like that. But I'm sort of going off on a tangent right now. So I hope you guys have a good day and hope this video was helpful somewhat. Again, I'm a licensed esthetician and I don't use pricey skincare, not usually. It will be a splurge maybe once or twice a year if it's a product that I really, really believe in. I don't think can be duped in kind of the regular sort of retail market. But I do want to talk more about how people can save money and age gracefully and age well, but not be kind of sucked into some of these scam products that are out there. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.